What's up, guys? My name is Zach. It's August 20th, 2022, and I'm about to take my first testosterone gel packet. I have never been on T. I have naturally high testosterone, and I have done voice training and things like that. So this is my very first time ever. Showing it again. I took a shower a little bit ago. It's important to clean the site and make sure it's dry before you put on the gel. Not me fiddling with the scissors. There we go. I'm opening this puppy right here. So it looks like the packets are all lined up like this. And yeah, this is one. Testosterone gel, 1%. So now this is the part you're probably all waiting for. This is my gun reveal. Yeah, look at the muscle. I'm so swole. This is sarcasm, by the way. I am a noodle. I am not going to pretend that I am buff. Actually, I will, but whatever. So it looks like you can tear it off. Tear it open like this. Expires January 2024. Well, I'm not gonna. This batch is gonna be over by then. So this is my arm. I'm going to use this part here, and I'm just going to pour this directly onto my hand. Whoa, this is weird. And just rub it in. This smells like hand sanitizer, by the way. Like, it just feels like I put hand sanitizer on my arm. Very wet. So that was barely anything of it. I'm gonna have to put more on, so I'm just gonna kill some time, you know, waiting for this to dry before I apply some more on. So while we kill time, a little more about me. I'm FTM, female to male transgender. Not female at all, but that's unfortunately the outdated terminology of it. I prefer trans man, to be honest. I've only been out socially for a few years, but I've always known, in a way, deep down, that there's something off. I went through a pretty rough depression period leading up to this, and I feel so much better now that I've figured some things out, you know, that I've accepted myself, that I'm transitioning now. I never honestly was sure if I'd ever get to this point where I'd be putting testosterone on, making video documentation about it, stuff like that. I've seen so many different other trans YouTubers do this type of thing, and I just crazy thinking it's me now, you know? This shit is still pretty... Oh, it's actually drying a little bit mild. It's a little sticky. You know, like, you know the adhesive of like a Band-Aid or something? That's the kind of stickiness I'm feeling right now. It's not like bad sticky, like trans tape level sticky. I didn't put the oil on and that shit stuck to my skin level sticky. It's not like that, but it's pretty sticky. I really want to put the rest of this packet on, but I know I'm not going to get the maximum results if I do it all in one go. So we waiting. We morbid. Oh, I forgot. You know what? I was actually gonna make a Morbius joke earlier, but I completely forgot about it. I'm going to do it in the next application, which is going to be in a few minutes. Don't worry. Stay tuned. So, yeah, I guess I forgot to mention earlier. Sorry, this is a little chaotic. This is completely unscripted. I just kind of roll with the punches here. I'm about 20 years old, turning 21 this November. Obviously, since I'm a trans man, I use he, him pronouns. I don't really go by any other pronouns, just he, him. This is so exciting, honestly. It feels like I've been waiting my whole life for this moment. I've been waiting for this all day. And I'm so optimistic. I'm not normally an optimistic type of guy, but I'm really optimistic right now. I feel like my life is going to change so much for the better after this. This is the beginning. It's getting kind of dry now, so I'm going to do this again. This legitimately looks and smells just like hand sanitizer. Honestly. The goo. The morb. Oh no, I'm about the morb. It's morbin time. We morbin. This shit is so shiny and so wet. Like it's just water all over my arm. But I can't get over that. I didn't think it was going to be this way. I mean, I did my research on this. I know it was going to be like... It's just different in person, you know? It's different experiencing it. We waiting. I'm trying to use up this packet of testosterone like a bottle of toothpaste. Although I wouldn't use that much toothpaste. One go. So we have to use this full packet once a day. That's my dosage. And we morbin. Really looking for Morbius 2. It's Morbin time. Really love Morbius. Honestly, I haven't even seen Morbius yet, but give me time. I will see it. I will see Morbius. I'm not morbophobic, honestly. I will watch Morbius. This video should just be renamed Local Man Rants About Morbius and Random Shit Off the Top of His Head because he doesn't know how to have a camera presence. It just be like that, you know? I'm getting very impatient here. It's almost been 10 minutes. And no, I'm not trying to stretch out the video. This is actually agonizing for me. I wanted this to be done in like a minute, but ADHD team, Neurodivergent squad, where are we at? I'm just gonna add that tiny last little bit because I'm impatient as fuck. I don't think there's anything left here. Like, this shit's still wet. I'm just getting impatient. This is, honestly, I don't recommend doing this. I'm just doing it because I'm impatient. And I was honestly just this close to being, you know, more or less done anyway, you know, just ripping off the bandage mindset. So the packet is now fully empty. I'm gonna have to try to dispose of this without touching everything because this right hand's got the man goo. Ooh, I'm gonna man you with this hand. If I touch you, you're gonna become a man. Nah, some of my viewers might not be men, so I shouldn't do that, but if you want me to. Throw this out. Oh Well, the sleeve kind of touched it. That's not supposed to happen. Just do that. So I'm not really sure how quickly I'm going to start noticing changes, because I already have some naturally high testosterone. Like, I already have hair in weird places, bits of stubble that comes on my face, acne, shit like that. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to notice first, what's going to be a significant change from this moment onward, but I am excited. I personally hope it will be, a deeper voice. Definitely would like more hair on my body. I'd like hair your arms, hair your legs, hair your chest. I would like body hair. Definitely would like, I'm a little excited, but a little scared of bottom growth, because TMI, I already had that going on a little bit already. So I'm not really sure what's gonna happen once I go on to that. Like, is it gonna really expedite things, or is it gonna more or less be the same? I don't know. I'm already pretty sweaty, so hopefully it won't be that sweaty when I go increase my testosterone. I know it's not gonna happen, but it'd be really nice if I grew a little bit taller. Like, I don't think it's really gonna happen. It doesn't normally do that, but especially since I'm like 20 and more or less done growing. But a man can dream, a man can dream. So my arm is still wet. It's almost 15 minutes now. My arm is still wet. Yeah, this shit's still wet. So, just gonna be waiting this out. My testosterone is 1% gel. I got it from Kroger's. I got onto testosterone because, I started the whole process of where I found a gender therapist, and he recommended me to some places that had informed consent, which means since I am like old enough to be, considered an adult, and I understand what I'm going to be going through, I understand like the effects of testosterone, the risks of testosterone, that I can just tell my doctor that I would like to go on it, and that would be enough. I don't need a letter of approval or anything like that. A lot of times, you do need letters from a psychologist or, a therapist or something along those lines. Sometimes you need both, but, some other places like Planned Parenthood, I don't think you need that, and I got mine from, like, and I'm not going to say the state because it's going to dox me, but there is a state medical center I went to, and I had a very nice doctor there, and I was able to, once I went in, I had to wait several months, and then there's kind of scheduling issues, so I had to wait even longer, but then I got in, and he was very nice and very understanding. I had to tell him, like, my history. He had to figure out, like, how dysphoric I was and things like that, which a little outdated, because I don't necessarily think you need to have gender dysphoria to be transgender. Little transmed stuff, but I definitely do have a lot of gender dysphoria, and I told him that, and he put it on. Didn't, what I mean. He put me on a script, and then I had to get it through insurance and stuff, and had to get him to approve it through insurance. And it went from being $600 some to $10 Insurance covered it all the way to $10. So that was very awesome. I was not expecting that. I thought it was just going to go down to like 120. That was the other estimate. You can also use GoodRx. I didn't do that, but that is an option. Yeah, and I just kind of had to get through insurance, and I had to wait, and here we are. Just you and I, some shitty lighting in a bathroom somewhere in the US, but you're not gonna find out unless I drop it unless I reveal it later on. But somewhere in the US, there's a man doing his gel, and you have no idea where. Ooh. It's probably how transphobes think of me, like, oh man, that's so scary, bro. Oh my god, there's a dude out there, and he's putting gel on, and he's becoming a man. Well, I already was a man. This is just amplifying it, you know? Just give me that euphoria, you know? That's not the gel hand. Don't worry, I'm not contaminating my mouth and shit like that. I should not ingest that. So far, unfortunately, it is still sticky. This might be a solid half hour. I might just have to cut the footage. So, if you're new to this process, again, I've kind of already talked about how I got here, and you're not really sure where to begin in general, like, you're completely new, you haven't really done much of anything yet. I watched a bunch of videos leading up to this. I did a lot of research because I wanted to see what was going on, and I wanted to feel seen and understood in the community. So, besides me, of course, there are other people you can look up. I started with Jamie Dodger, although he does a lot of commentary videos where he kind of tries to poke fun of or educate people's views on transphobia, which is good, but when I was at a low point, I kind of had to unsubscribe from him because I didn't really like seeing all these transphobia vids on my feed, and, you know, all the thumbnails with, you know, transphobic imagery on it. That was kind of not for me, Chief, honestly. I like Theo's Ghost. Theo's Ghost is pretty good. Oh, Arthur Rockwell. He's underrated. I don't see anybody mentioning Arthur Rockwell on YouTube. He's super cool. He really helped me figure out stuff. He had some great tips about binding and just, you know, how his experience as a gay trans man, just navigating the world, you know, his thoughts on things. He puts a lot of perspective in things, and I really appreciate his commentary. Jeez, I follow so many trans guys, and I can't remember them off the top of my head right now. I used to watch Noah Finnis. I don't watch him as often, but I would watch him. Sam Collins is also pretty good, but like Jamie Dodger, he does a lot of content involving transphobia, and honestly, that got to be too much after a while. Brennan, they're non-binary, but they use he, him, and they, them pronouns. He has a cool channel. I really liked watching Brenemies. That really helped me get over a lot of my internalized transphobia. Just some cool people like that, you know. A lot of cool creators. I'd also watch a lot of FTM TikTok compilations because I'm too chicken to go on TikTok, but I do like the content. Sometimes I see in comps, so I don't really know many people off the top of my head from that specifically because I don't have TikTok, but yeah, anyway, I'll probably remember more, and then I'll add it to my list and link them in the description below. And I hope this isn't as awkward as I think it is. This feels very stilted to me, but you know, that's what you get. That's what happens when you try to make an introvert making a YouTube video. It's shit that this is just how it happens. This is just what happens. So, status report. This shit is still sticky. Well, it used to be wet. It's sticky again. It's in the sticky phase again. It's almost dry. So it's probably gonna be like 10 more minutes, unfortunately. I hope this isn't super late because I have a counseling appointment around 4, and for all I know, it could very well be that time because it was like 3:20 when I started filming. Wait, if it was 3:20 when I started filming, it's been 20 minutes. Yeah, so I got like 20 more minutes. Okay. You see how fast I did that calculation? You see how fast I did that math? I should be a rocket scientist, honestly. I am the next Einstein. Like, massive brain calculating. Massive brain. You can't tell right now because, like, it's kind of on the inside, but I am very, very excited to be here. I'm very excited for all of this. I mean, I know I've kind of mentioned that before, but, like, I feel super giddy right now. Like, legitimately. I am very, very excited, you know? Like, this is so cool, you know? Can't believe I'm here. Doing this. You know, sometimes when I was feeling really low and just for not taking care of myself, I really did wonder, would I ever get here? Would I be too scared? You know, would I chicken out? Would something bad happen to me, you know? But no, I made it. Just kept fighting. And you can make it too, if you keep fighting. It's a hard fight to fight, but you know, we're all given our own deck of cards and we can't really choose them. But that doesn't mean you can't play, you know? You just gotta be a little creative with your strategies. You just gotta figure out how to best play the game for you, you know? And even I have bad mental health days and things like that. So, you know, I still had to keep going because at the end of the day, this is a bad day. And that there will also be good days. And you just gotta hold out for that. And you just gotta believe in yourself. Because, like, legitimately, I was in a very bad headspace years ago before I started, you know, coming out and transitioning and realizing, like, who I was and things like that. But here I am now. Now, I also took years of therapy. Well, not years. I just started counseling in March. Sorry, therapist. I mean, like, years of growing as a person. Like, I wasn't actively in therapy at the time, but I was reading a bunch of self-help books and different strategies and hearing advice from other people. And, you know, I still held out. Like, this past winter or so, I felt dangerously low, and I made it. You know? And that's crazy, thinking not only did I get through that, but here I am, putting T on my big manly bicep. Big manly bicep. Look at that muscle. Okay, so there's only a very tiny bit left. That's what? Right around here. So, in a little bit. Alright, so I'm already going to start the process of cleaning up a little. So I'm going to put my box away here. And this is a 30 unit doses. I know, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. I really should have scripted this, but kind of a last minute decision for me to, you know, film my application and things like that. Wasn't my original plan. And so now, while we wait for that little bit to dry, we have to thoroughly wash our hands. Because we don't want to spread this around and, you know, get on my pads and with my family members. Because they might not want to come like me, you know? And it's honestly just not medically safe to do that. Like, when I got prescribed, I did blood tests and everything, and they got me the right dosage and stuff. I don't know what would happen for them, because I don't know how their bodies react to it. Might have to wipe down this countertop a little bit. I was touching it a lot. It's a very thorough hand washing right now. Very thorough hand washing right now. See, now since I just washed my hands, I made a little bit of a mistake. Because I want to touch my arm to figure out whether or not it's fully dry. If I touch my arm, I wash my hands again. So my solution is just to not touch my arm and hope it dries enough. Let's hope it's dry enough. How do I dry my hands now, actually? Because probably shouldn't dry my hands on these towels. I mean, I guess if I thoroughly wash, it probably doesn't matter. Hell, I'm paranoid. I'm gonna wash my hands a third time. Yes, the lighting is shitty. Unfortunately, I don't have a better lighting situation. It's just crude footage from the bathroom for now. It's molding time. So I washed my hands a third time. I'm drying my hands now. I'm hoping that since I did it 3 times, it'll be dry enough. This looks dry to me. I'm hoping it's dry. It's been about almost 30 minutes now. Literally within like 40 seconds later, it's gonna be 30 minutes, so I'm gonna pull this down. I know you guys are all so disappointed because my guns are, you know, like, I want to say sheathed, but that doesn't sound right. That's like a knife, you know? Holstered, yeah. I holstered my gun. I'm sorry. You can't see my sweet bicep anymore. You'll have to wait till another time, unfortunately. Or you can just rewind it. Alright, so it's been exactly 30 minutes. I think my arm is about dry. I put the sleeve back on. Just prevent contact from there. I'm gonna go to my counseling session a little bit. See you in the flip side. And yeah. Like, keep morbid, my dudes.